Alright, hello, welcome to another zero mission 100% tutorial. This time I'm going to be taking a look at the door clip route, which is kind of it's an alternate route for cleanup. It's a very small variation. The main important thing here is that if you do this route, you will never have to deal with the long shine spark chain to get the power bomb in the landing site in Criteria. If you've done the runs of the category, you hopefully are familiar with that one. It's a very stressful trick, especially when you're on good pace, and if you do this route, you just don't have to worry about that. It's not really faster per se, but it's not really slower. It's complicated to see if this is really slower or not, so just don't really think of it as a faster route, just think of it as a more comfortable route. But basically what I'm going to be doing here is I'm just going to be showing you kind of how to do the clip in a bit of depth. I'm going to be showing you exactly how you would handle the part of the ship that you do early, and I'll just really quickly show you the space boost that you can do in Criteria and just kind of how that's a little different. So nothing terribly complicated, but the first order of business is actually getting through the door. That's basically the crux of the whole route. Thanks to Scotty and Dragon Fangs, there's an unbuffered setup you can do to get into this door. It's consistent to set up. You do the same inputs every time, and every time you'll get through the door. I'll show it to you in full speed first. I will not screw it up. But this basically is what it looks like right here, and you're through the door. So, what exactly did I actually do there? Well, let's break it down. There's kind of 4 distinct steps here. There's the first step. Let me get that. I'll frame advance it from after this so I can show you more or less what's going on. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing right now, hold right. If you hold right, you'll get yourself in the right spot here. Then you're going to land right on the very edge of that, but so you'll be set up like this. And then you'll run off almost immediately. And then the next thing you need to do, once you run off of this and you're in midair, press jump. And that will make you spin. Hello? Okay. I don't know why I didn't get a jump there, but whatever. We'll just go through it again. No big deal. You land, go forward, spin, and then that spin is what puts you in the right spot. At this point, you do not have to hold any other buttons. That is more or less the position you want to be in, right there. So then you just, at this point, I think it's a good idea to shoot a beam forward to kind of kill the pirate in the door. And now at this point, the pirate's going to jump straight into you and knock you forward. And then he's going to stop right there. And at this point, it doesn't matter what you do, you're in the right spot. He's just going to stand here and shoot. Oh, I guess he walks forward. Never mind. So, let's just get back into position. The pirate stands there shooting you. And as long as he doesn't walk forward, you have to shoot a little quickly. You can't have him move out of that position, but you do have plenty of time. Stop missing the ledge grab. Once that pirate gets into position, he's going to stay there for a long time. But when he's in that position, all you've got to do is shoot up. That's what it's going to look like. And then at that point, crouch. And then stand up, and you're in the door. And once you're in the door, just hold right, and you're here. And then at this point, just do the room normally. I'll go through that one more time in slow motion, hopefully a lot smoother this time. Get the ledge grab, climb up, hold forward. Something that can happen is you can run off the ledge and release forward too soon and then start your spin. And that'll put you further back or just somewhat out of position. And if you've done that, then you can just tap forward a little bit and you'll get yourself, I need to go touch more forward, right back into that position. And I think I screwed it up there. Yeah, I think I'm too close to the door here. But we'll find out. Nope, see, I'm still in the door. Even if you don't kill the pirate in the door, you can still get through. So, the key really is to just shoot the pirate before he moves forward. You have a lot of time. The only hard input is that spin. I didn't do it right there. See, I did not land in the correct spot. I released. What happened there was I released forward before I started spinning. So you don't want to do that. But if you know about what pixels you need to be on for the clip to work, then if you recognize you're not on the right ones, oops. Yeah, see, the pirate, as long as the pirate doesn't move out of that spot, you're still okay to do the clip. But if you know what pixels you need to be on to set it up, then you can kind of correct it if you react fast enough. Like, that should work. Yes. Oops. But it's do the setup. Don't just do that. Just absolutely do this setup. It's so much better. It's consistent. And once you get the hang of the timing, I'm too far forward, I think. Nope, still in the door. Once you get the hang of the timing, it becomes really not that bad to do it consistently. But let's say, let me just take you through a couple of the backups. Let's say you screw it up. If you screw it up, you have one of two options. Like, oh shoot, I released forward. You can try to eyeball the position. This is not the right position. Or just leave and re-enter the room. You'll kill a pirate, and then you'll just do the same thing. For a beginning player, that's probably the best backup. If you already know the regular cleanup route, the proper backup for screwing this up is like, oh shoot, I jumped too high, I didn't get a ledge grab. You can still try to back it up by putting yourself in about the right position, which I think that, no, that wasn't. The correct backup is to just powerbomb the door and do the regular cleanup. So that's the main, this is the main part of the route right here. The whole route hinges on getting this clip. It's something you kind of have to practice to get a bit of a feel for. But once you get a feel for it, practice it for a few minutes, it's 100% consistent. So once you've gotten the clip, you're going to get the power bomb. This is all going to be very similar to the regular route. We're just going to, I'm going to kind of just rush through this a bit. Just get basically to the divergence point, and then I'll kind of show you how to go from there. Oops. But you're basically going to be doing these same rooms. There's nothing different about any of this. Obviously try not to get hit, because you still need to refill with this route. There's no getting around that, unfortunately. But you'll notice that this would have been my last power bomb, but I still have one more. That's the main advantage here. Room strats for all these rooms are out of scope of this tutorial, so I'm not going to really address them. But once you get that item up there, I guess in the interest of completeness, I'll show you how to do it. You get the item, then instead of going through that door to your left, left here, instead of going there, you're going to go down here. And that'll take you back down to the lower part of the ship. And you're going to use your last power bomb right here instead. And then small note here, you don't have a power bomb, so what you should do here, shoot, missile, there's super missile, and then morph and roll left. And then at this point, this room is a little bit different because you can't really get a speed boost going through the map room. Like normally what you would do is space boost through there, but with this route, that's really, really difficult to do. So let me actually make a save state back there real quick, but normally what you're gonna do most of it, especially if you're a beginning player, just morph and go through there like that. And then you have to heal here because you're out of power bombs. If you want to be fancy, I'm only going to try this once because it's really, really hard. You can try to set up a spark on this save station. Didn't on morph in time. It's very similar to Data Spark in Fusion. I don't think I'm going to get it, but yeah, not at all. I'll try it like a couple times just to see if I can make it happen. Yeah. It's a very, very difficult spark. Yeah, if you can make that happen, you can speed boost here and you can still space boost through these rooms. But if you don't, I would recommend either just morphing under the map like that or doing 2 jumps, because trying to do this with 1 jump is a little annoying. As you can see, you don't really have a lot of room for error, because the hitbox of the map is surprisingly far forward. Like, it's right about there, just about halfway through. Hold on, let me get over there again. Like, you can really only have Samus about halfway. Mouse cursor isn't capturing. Hold on a second. It should be. Ah, there it is. Yes, you can really only have Samus be about right here before you start hitting the map, see? And for the most part, it's just going to be a lot easier to do 2 jumps, because you have a fairly small window to get it with only a single jump. Like, you have to be right about here and jump if you want to make it, versus you can jump from wherever and make it with 2. But at that point, we're just going to be continuing through here. Nothing hugely different here. This particular is all the same. And then get up there. At this point, you have 5 power bombs, and you really can't use any extra power bombs with this route. That's kind of the main disadvantage. Extra power bomb drops don't really help you at all. You can use, like, there's 2 you can use to save time. Yeah, get up there. At this point, you're going to do this, and you are going to skip this heal. And then now you're converged with the regular route. So the route's going to be the same from here on out, except when you come back through here, when you come back through this save room, always use a power bomb here on the way back, which I totally failed to do. Rather than going down to the ship, just go up here like this. Yeah, just go up there like that, and you're good to go. And that's most of the route. The only other thing I really want to address right now is here. Because you have an additional power bomb, this save state doesn't have the correct number of power bombs. Normally you'll have 3 here with this route. What you should be doing is you get your speed boost, power bomb the door, and shine spark through it near the ceiling, but you can space boost the whole way through instead of having to do the long shine spark chain. I'll take you through that once. It's not, like, huge. That space boost is the big difference. Get in here, you'll drop your power bomb, and then you can just run. I ran too early, but that's more or less how this goes, and it's the only other real difference from the traditional route. I'll take you through it one more time at full speed. Space boost through there, get this. And then when I drop the power bomb, my cue to start running. Come on. I'll go through it in slow motion. Drop the power bomb. You'll notice that the power bomb starts spinning faster. I want to be standing up here. At some point. Yeah, see now that the power bomb is spinning faster, that's when you want to start running to the left. See? Easy. And then you can just run straight through this whole room. And the rest of the spark is the same at this point. Recharge as many times as you need to. Get that. And then spark diagonally and you've got it. That's pretty much it for the door clip route. I don't think there's any other real differences. And again, it's not necessarily going to be a faster route. It's just going to be significantly more comfortable because of this trick right here. So if you've got any questions, anything I might have missed or didn't cover, anything that I didn't think of, just let me know in the comments or potentially in the Discord. Hopefully some people get some use out of this. So until